Now, here are answers for every argument against gun control in one video.
Oh shit, here we go again.
I have a stand-up clip where I talk about gun control. Here goes. Number 1. There should be no gun control at all. Okay, if you think there should be absolutely no laws when it comes to the regulation of firearms, that means it shouldn't be child endangerment to give one to a toddler.
What? Bro, what are you talking about, man?
Arm the toddlers, like the Bill of Rights intended.
I don't think it means what you think it means.
But let's say you are one of the crazies who thinks that a 2-year-old operating a firearm is perfectly fine.
The straw man fallacy.
How about a recently paroled murderous sex offender who moves right next door to your daughter? Should that guy be allowed to own a gun? If you think that there should be exceptions for either of these or any other examples, then you admit that we should be able to reinterpret the Second Amendment for the time that we are currently living in.
Wrong, sir. Wrong.
2. The Constitution is absolute. No, it absolutely isn't. You know how I know? Because that is what an amendment is. It is the Constitution being amended.
Well, no shit.
Number 3. Why would we make it tougher for responsible people to own a gun? Because then it would also be harder for irresponsible people to own one.
Hey pal, you just blowing from Stupid Town?
What a lot of anti-gun control people don't realize is the vast majority of the left doesn't actually want to get rid of guns.
Hell yes, we're gonna take your AR-15, your AK-47.
Ban assault weapons now. Ban them now. Once and for all.
What we want is people who own them to be educated and responsible. Let's say you're in a situation with one of those good guys with a gun I always hear so much about, and I'll get to that fallacy later.
And tonight, the story of the Good Samaritan, the shopper who was legally armed, stepping in and shooting the suspect.
You're just out shopping when suddenly a gun-wielding maniac grabs you. Thankfully, a good guy with a gun steps forward. Now, before that guy shoots, do you hope that he learned how to aim?
On live television, 20 officers from 4 departments shot at the truck. The robbers were killed along with Ordonez and another man, Rick Cutshaw.
So do I. Think of gun regulations like locking your door. Why bother to lock it when someone could still just smash your window?
One of these things is not like the others.
You lock your door because any deterrent, no matter how small, reduces the likelihood of a crime. Also, making it harder to own a gun actually rewards responsible gun owners.
What the fuck are you talking about?
By making it more of an exclusive club. You're welcome. Number 4. You're already required to register guns. Except you're not. See, you're required to register some guns in some places. But 42 states, and we have 50 of those by the way, do not require mandatory registration. But if you did register your gun and you think that that's fine, well then you should support other people registering theirs as well. One more thing. We have no border checkpoints between states. So registration is pointless unless it is a federal, searchable registry.
The right of the people to be secure in their persons, houses, papers, and effects against unreasonable searches and seizures shall not be violated, and no warrants shall issue. But upon probable cause, supported by oath or affirmation, and particularly describing the place to be searched, and the persons or things to be seized.
And we don't have that. Number 5. Gun registration leads directly to confiscation. What a hilariously untrue statement.
Sometimes entering open houses with guns drawn, and instructions to disarm anyone inside.
You say guns will be taken? No one will be able to be armed. We will take all weapons.
That happened today in this wealthy neighborhood where homeowners had armed themselves to protect their mansions. Residents were handcuffed on the ground. In the end, police took their weapons but let them stay in their homes.
They were a little bit threatened because our weapons were bigger than their weapons.
For many of the police and guard troops, it is an uncomfortable job to do this in an American city.
Let's start with Canada. In 1995, Canada passed the Firearms Act, mandating registration. Yet Canada still has the 8th most guns per capita of any country at 34.7%. The people who say that Canada confiscates guns are either wrong or lying. Even with a new strict proposed bill that has not yet passed, buyback is still voluntary.
Earlier this year, the federal government banned all handguns in Canada. Existing owners will be allowed to keep their current handguns but can't sell them.
Finland has a gun registry, and they're at 32.4% guns per capita. Australia, the United Kingdom, Bangladesh, Costa Rica, Iceland. There are over 100 countries that require owners to register guns that haven't confiscated them. Have any regimes confiscated guns?
Today I'm announcing that New Zealand will ban all military-style semi-automatic weapons. We will also ban all assault rifles. We will ban all high-capacity magazines. In short, every semi-automatic weapon used in the terrorist attack on Friday will be banned in this country.
Sure, but people also fuck sandwiches. I'll explain. Gun registration can lead to confiscation, the same way that making a sandwich can lead to sticking your dick in a grilled cheese.
What the fuck?